Ever had a leaky kitchen sink and didn't know what to do? The familiar frustration of dealing with kitchen sink issues. Whether it's a persistent drip, a stubborn clog, or a loose faucet, these common problems can be perplexing and inconvenient. But let's not forget the mess they can cause, not to mention the potential waste of water. Now imagine being able to tackle these issues yourself with confidence and ease. It's not just about saving money on a plumber's bill, although that's a definite perk. It's about self-reliance, about knowing that you have the skills to fix a fundamental part of your home. From leaks to clogs to loose parts, we're going to delve into the world of kitchen sink issues. We'll explore what causes these problems and, more importantly, how to resolve them. Fixing a sink isn't as hard as it may seem, and today you'll learn how to do it. Before we dive in, let's make sure we have the right tools and safety measures in place. To tackle this task, you'll need a few basic items. A trusty wrench is a must-have, ideal for loosening and tightening those stubborn pipes. Plumber's tape is another essential, perfect for sealing pipe threads and preventing leaks. Don't forget a bucket to catch any excess water that might be lurking in the pipes. And of course, a good pair of gloves, because safety and cleanliness are paramount in any DIY project. Now, before you start tinkering, it's critical to turn off the water supply. You don't want to be halfway through your repair and suddenly find yourself in an impromptu shower. Cutting off the water ensures a dry, safe workspace and keeps you from any unwanted surprises. With the right tools and safety measures, you're ready to get started. The first step to fixing your sink is identifying the problem. So, let's roll up our sleeves and get to work. Start by checking for leaks. Leaks can appear anywhere, but they're most common around the faucet and under the sink. If you spot any water pooling in these areas, you've got a leak. Next, test the water flow. Turn on the faucet and watch how the water behaves. If it's coming out slower than usual or not at all, there's likely a clog somewhere in your pipes. Lastly, take a good look at your faucet and handles. Do they wobble or feel loose? If so, the problem may lie in the fittings. Remember, it's all about observation. Don't rush. Take your time to really understand what's going wrong. Once you've identified the issue, you're ready to move on to the solution. And don't worry, we've got you covered for that in the next segment. Now that we've identified our problem, it's time to fix it. So let's start with the most common issue: leaks. If your sink is leaking, the culprit could be loose connections. Use your trusty wrench to gently tighten any connections that feel loose. Remember, over-tightening can cause damage. So, use a soft touch. If the leak persists, the problem might be a faulty part that needs replacing. Your local hardware store should have the necessary parts. Just ensure you're armed with the correct specifications before you go shopping. Next, let's tackle clogs. If water is not flowing freely, your sink might be clogged. A plunger can be your first line of defense. Simply place the plunger over the drain and pump vigorously. If the clog is stubborn, you might need to escalate your efforts by using a plumber's snake. This tool can reach deep into your pipes to dislodge any stubborn blockages. Finally, if you've got loose parts in your sink, don't worry. A simple tightening might do the trick. Use your screwdriver to tighten any screws that may have come loose over time. If parts are worn out or broken, you'll need to replace them. Again, your local hardware store will be your best friend in this endeavor. And just like that, you've fixed your kitchen sink. Congratulations on fixing your kitchen sink. You've just navigated through identifying your sink problem, gathering your tools, and safely executing the fix. To keep your sink in top-notch condition, remember to regularly check for leaks, clear out blockages, and avoid pouring harmful substances down the drain. With these simple tips, your sink can serve you well for years to come. Remember, a well-maintained sink is less likely to give you trouble. Happy DIYing!